Alrighty, this is going to be a pretty straightforward video. I'm not going to get too crazy with it, just in case someone else needs this video. This is the Trimble R1. It is a land surveying device, as far as I'm aware. This was brought into me because of a broken micro USB port. Here, I'm actually going to cover the serial number just so that you don't get in trouble for going to an independent repair shop. And you can see, if we open this up, those prongs completely lifted off the metal, which is actually kind of the best case scenario because I don't see any rip traces. Let me check that. Yeah, all of this looks pretty solid on the pad, so this might be pretty straightforward. I'm just going to go ahead and make this video because I could not find any other videos about it online. I feel like that would be productive. It's always good to document your work. So first and foremost, obviously we need to unscrew this, or these, all along the perimeter of the device. You can tell obviously it's being used for land surveying because there's a bunch of dirt. So the first thing we're going to do is actually clean out all that dirt. But if you can look at my bit here, it is a Torx T6. So that is going to be the one that fits pretty perfectly in here. That's just a confirmation there, but we will see when we actually unscrew how well that works. Alrighty, so it's really just these 6 screws on the outside here, and the back should just lift off straight to the motherboard. And go ahead and take this little rubber grommet. I'm going to go ahead and clean this out too. And here is our port. Let me focus in here. All right, and just for like a size comparison, this is my finger pressed up against the board. So it is about as big as my fingertip, or just, you know, in general, as big as a micro USB port. I did show the old one here. I do have a replacement from a different unit. So we can see, let me take that out. Can you see? No, there's no depth of field on this fucking camera. There we go. So you can see those 2 angled prongs and then the 3 straight ones. And then I see clearly someone really just wiggled that. So what I like to do before I touch a board is really develop a strategy of how I'm going to get things off, how I'm going to move things around, etc., right? Because really you don't want to be making snap decisions while you are holding, you know, like 400 degrees Celsius in your hands, and you really want to mitigate damage to the board as much as humanly possible. I see solder under the board. I think we could just do this from the top. I really don't want to remove this board. Let's see what we can do from the top here. I think we'll be okay. I don't like to use hot air near plastic. Like, I don't even like the risk, even with like a small nozzle. Maybe I'll do like low air speed, but this is probably unleaded, so it'll probably need a little bit more heat. I might just go direct on the pad and tweezer off. That should be okay for now. Nice grip on this. Actually, yeah, let's start here. Reflow. There we go. That's one of them. Oh man, that thing is small. Let's get to the next one here. Let's get a good grip on that. Reflow that. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Here, grip, and flow. Okay, we are back. I've actually removed the motherboard out of the chassis. Here is the back, and oh great for us, it is literally all obnoxious shielding. I tried to kind of like go at it at the corner there, you can see, but I think it's just annoying enough where I'm like, I really don't want to mess with it, you know? So I won't, and I'm just gonna hope that kind of with this, some of the heat will go through the board better at least. Okay, that took fucking forever, but I got that little bit out. Let's go ahead and hit this with some extra flux, and then some wick, and let's pray across the board here. I just like to lay it flat, and then go press, and sweep. And then one more run, press, and sweep. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is in there, and it is even. And all we gotta do is solder those connectors. I'm trying not to tip it too much. So this is gonna be an interesting one for sure. Wondering how to tackle this, especially since I'm working under the board a bit. Really don't want to bridge pins or anything. Okay, first and foremost, let's clean up this flux off the board. So I think my methodology might be solder paste. I think I'm also going to double up on flux. I really just want to eliminate the possibility of bridges. Alright, this is absolute beauty. Let's see if we can get this anchor down here. Okay, really don't want to bridge these. I'm gonna have to look at that. See if I did. Let me see. Pretty sure there's solder coming up there, but since reassembly is so easy, I'm going to go ahead and take a stab. It is angled a little bit. I don't think that'll be too bad. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and clean this up first, actually. Then I'll go ahead and take a stab, see if it's looking good or what. Really get that nice and cleaned up. I do see some flux that got in that port. I think I can clean that out. Alright, let's get this cover on. Actually, we have this guy that we gotta clean. And here is the Trimble R1. There's those battery indicator lights. I'm gonna cover that up. Open this USB port. There is our beautiful new USB port. And I'm going to go ahead and plug a USB cable in there. Hold on. Let me just grab them from my desk here. Moment of truth, even though I already tested this and I know it works. Well, let's just see if it actually works, right? In. And are we getting... Ha ha ha! We are getting charging light, and that, my friends, is how you fix the Trimble R1 model 9912 glare 9912800 revision A. Thank you so much for watching this fucking really stupid thing. Thank you.